Okay, so we've seen the example from Diane. Now we move on. Remember, we have seen this diagram earlier where these are the phases we go through when we do a design. So let's look a bit closer. What are these phases actually? Yeah. So these are the 4 steps that are mentioned here. So you have to understand your customer needs first, and then you define, you make, and then you release. So these are the a bit more information. What's the understand phase, the define phase, the make phase, and the release phase. Now, for my own experience, again, when I was in London, the make phase is a fundamental step here where you're actually doing things and testing things. You can't expect your product to be circular and you don't actually iterate. This is the fundamental requirement if you work on circular design. When we were in these, like the Open Cell, or there were other maker spaces, I've got to visit like the Makerversity in London. So these are environments where if you're, let's say, you're an entrepreneur and you want to test ideas, you can actually rent a space with machines around, and you can rent these spaces at nominal fees. And so it means you don't need to really invest in equipment or machinery, and you can I won't say very easily, but you have an infrastructure for you to test your products. And normally when we talk with these people who have developed products that is sort of underpinning circular design, it's not typically in 1 or 2 iterations, maybe it can take 10 or even more iterations. So I think this is one important factor Mauritius would have to invest in. I don't know how we can actually create these maker spaces in Mauritius. It may come from government or maybe the private sector, but as long as we don't actually get into this culture of testing things and trying things out, I think we'll always be struggling actually to create products that are bespoke from Mauritius, custom from Mauritius, that actually make use of a waste that you have locally, which is specific to Mauritius. So this making here is, I think, fundamental. This was an eye-opener for me when I went there. Again, I'm from engineering. We do lots of designing, but we don't do enough of this, I would say. Testing things, prototyping, and like getting your hands dirty. Of course, the release part is fine. When you release, then you are in the market and you get feedback from your customers or from your stakeholders, and you can refine. But I think a very important step for Mauritius with that making element there. Now, what I'm showing here is actually more resources that you have in the circular design guide. I'm going to provide all the links afterwards. So, or if you want to learn how can you understand actually this understand phase, and lots of resources available, which I've just done a screenshot here. So this is for the understand one, and then again for the define, you have lots of resources available for you. How do you go about doing this? There are tools to do that. I'm not going to go in details here. This is something I would want to do in workshops later when we do workshops. It could be also online to go deeper into these tools. But just now, I'm just presenting it to the participants. If they're interested, they can just go to the links I'm going to provide at the end and make use of them. This is a make part there. What tools can you apply? Like one is rapid prototyping to quickly get your products to test it. And finally, you would want to release. So what are the tools you can use to do that effectively? Okay, so at this point here, I would want, so this is all I wanted to share, of course, but we can discuss more in the breakout sessions. So I hope you've notified us in what breakout room you'd want to be. I will just need to create the breakout rooms now. So you can just sit back. I'm going to do that maybe in 5 minutes. And once you're in the breakout rooms, then you can keep the discussion on. If we take, I'm allocating around 10 minutes for the discussion, the breakout rooms. And then afterwards, we all come together and then we can share whatever new topics has come up or any case studies. Yeah. So you can just sit back now. Just take 5 minutes to create the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Mahendra, quick question. If somebody hasn't provided their email address,
yes, that's not a problem. No, the name. The name should be at least, because I can see all the names now. I can do that from the names.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And are you going to take, because we've got a question from one of our lovely participants, are we going to take questions at the end completely, or can we take a couple of questions while you're sorting out the breakout?
Yes, we could do that. That's interesting for everyone. So yeah, if there's any question, you can just unmute and ask. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Mahendra. Okay, so I've got a question from Gaëlle Marie, and her question is for Melissa. And the question is, Melissa, quick question. Does the dye change color over time? And what do you use as a fixing agent?
Okay, so there are 3 types of dyes you can get from veggies or fruits. So there's adjective dyes, fugitive dyes, and substantive dyes. So, for example, substantive dye we don't need any modern fixative. And it also depends on the material you're using, because there are three types of fibers. So there are like synthetic fibers, cellular, and protein. So for example, if let's say Gail is using protein fibers, she won't need a fixative or a mordant, because the amount it comes from it's protein fibers that comes from animals. So basically, it has enough tannin to bond the dyes, so she won't need a fixative. So it depends of what she's using. So if it falls under the substantive dyes or the other type of dyes and the material she's using. Usually need a fixative for cellulose fibers such as cotton, linen, but you won't need one for wool, silk, or cashmere, for example. Well, if Gail wants, we can chat, and I can give her more details about it, because it's more complex somehow.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. Gaëlle Marie, I hope that started answering your question and giving you a glimpse into what Melissa was trying to explain. But yeah, definitely you guys could connect, and then Gaëlle Marie could get more details from you. Thanks, Melissa. Does anyone else have questions? You could either unmute yourself, or you could pop your question into the chat, whatever works for you.
So it's Gail again. I have a question for Diane. So regarding the thread that dissolves with heat, what is the composition of it, and does it have any impact on the environment, the air? How safe is it? Yeah.
Thanks for the question. The thread is actually, I can't remember exactly what was the composition, but I know it's an eco-friendly one, and it's completely natural. So when it is dissolved with the temperature, it's completely eco-friendly, but I can't remember exactly what was the composition.
Thank you.
Thanks.